Hi guys, welcome. Dana here from the Magic Junk Drawer, and I have about an hour before I have to go to get ready to go to the doctor. So we'll see what happens today. If my blood pressure is staying the same, then I should be fine. If my blood pressure has gone up and I've developed preeclampsia, then we may have to do something sooner rather than later. So we'll see. I'll know more this afternoon. So this is probably going to be the only live that I do today. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Balkis, general love. Okay. Okay, you have happiness coming in and you have quick change. So whatever is going on now, within the next couple of weeks or the next month or so, things should be a lot different. You also have earth signs around you. Use your intuition. Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus that may come in out of the blue and change the whole playing field. TD, how does the Aries currently feel about me? Okay. Here's the Aries. They feel happiness and they feel victory. They're also feeling a little bit stagnant, but that's going to pass. They could be stagnant because it's the holiday season or they have a lot of bullshit going on. If that's going to pass. Overall, they feel really good about their connection to you. Sister Moon, what's he feeling towards me today? He comes up a little bit anxious today. I think that he's overthinking things, and I think he also feels a little bit weak. Your urge to use your intuition when dealing with him. I think that there should be something significant that happens over the next couple of weeks. Whether you hear from him or you run into him or something, or somebody tells you something about him, something over the next couple of weeks of significance. Costanza. Why is my Aries hasn't broken up with the girl? Is he going to do it soon? Okay, let's see. It's going to take him a minute to do it. He's not thrilled with the relationship, but I think he feels sorry for her in a way. And I think that I think it's coming, but the Chariot is in reverse. So it just may not be happening as fast as you want it to. Hang in there. Savannah, why is William the Sag acting distant towards me? A lot of people are acting distant lately. He's slow. He's going to be slow over the next couple of weeks. He also has a decision to make about something that he could be spending a lot of time thinking and overthinking, and it may have something to do with work. Justice gets served, so that he's going to come out of this. You two may have words at some point over this situation. Don't make a big deal out of it because I think it's going to pass. I think it may have something to do with work. It also could be compounded by the end of the year, the holidays, New Year's. There's a lot of pressure on people. I mean, and it's really dumb because there's no need to put pressure on yourself, especially when it comes to New Year's. You know, like, you know, it's a new year, it's a new decade. Everybody wants monumentous things to happen, but I wouldn't worry about it too much because I think it's going to blow over rather quickly. Spicy Pisces. What did Benji think about the pics I sent last night? Okay. He liked them. The Judgment card is here. Ten of Pentacles is here. He enjoyed the pictures. I don't know what the pictures were of, but he definitely enjoyed them. All right, let me go back up to the top. Bonita wants love. Okay. You've got justice or karma coming in your love department. You're also walking away from things in the past, and in the future, you're walking into some situations where you're going to have choices to make. There's going to be more than one person around you. You're going to have the magic around you to manifest a lot. There's fire signs around you. There's going to be one fire sign in particular that you have a soulmate connection with, a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries, that brings you a lot of happiness. You also may have a choice with an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. And then things move forward quickly in 2020. Okay, Auntie Charlie wants general. Taking off the restraints, pursuing quickly. You got magic around you, make things happen. You have a fire sign around you, a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries that's coming in. I think it may be a Sagittarius with the Temperance card that's coming in with an offering of love, balance, compassion, and you're letting old heartache go. It's moving into the past and you're moving forward. Page of Cups is here, so you may also be working on some sort of a creative endeavor. Now, the Two of Cups just showed up. So either the fire sign comes in and it's a soulmate relationship. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It's not always, but soulmate relationship. Or it could be that the creative project that you start working on in 2020 feeds your soul. Is there another one here from Costanza that I'm not seeing the question? Anyone else see it? Spicy Pisces. When will Benji reveal his feelings? Eight days, 8 weeks, 8 months of August or the summer. I think we're looking at around 8 weeks. I think here's the question. Costanza, what will happen between us in the next 25 days? We're going to study abroad for 6 months. Okay. You may feel like things fall a little bit out of balance over the next 25 days. You have a wish here, so put that out into the universe. And then things may change out of the blue. I don't think they're going to be anything that's... I don't think it's going to be anything monumental that happens over the next 25 days. I think it's going to be pretty normal. I don't think that... Let me see. What was the question? I don't think too much is going to happen because it's the fact that you're leaving. But I would try to connect and spend as much time as you can. Hey, Dylan, relax. You know, being far away doesn't really make a difference because there's so many ways that we can connect these days, through social media and through email, even like WhatsApp. So being far away doesn't even matter. That's okay. But I don't think that much is going to happen over the next 25 days. Sister, the last, it seemed he was happy to do this event and posting all over social media. What kind of things have transpired in the last 2 weeks? Now it looks like he's not working real hard. He's not connected to his intuition. And he's waiting for his ship to come in. He comes off a little bit bipolar, it's like you don't always know what you're going to get from him. Some days he could come in working really hard, and other days he's like, fuck it. I think that he may have had some kind of an issue around work or one of the events he did, because it doesn't look like he felt appreciated, or he didn't make enough money as he wanted to make, and now he's holding himself back. I think he was let down by one of these events or something that happened around work. And he doesn't use his intuition. He uses his ego. His ego drives everything he does. You know, sometimes when you're in a situation, you really got to listen to your gut. But he doesn't. He listens to his ego. He does what feels good. He does what makes him feel good at the moment. Savannah. Is William talking to anyone else other than me? Okay. Yeah, but here's the thing. There comes up other people around him, but that's a really vague question, and it's really broad. Is he talking to anyone else but me? Of course. Is there anybody that's super significant? Is he dating anybody else? No, I don't think so. But could he talk to somebody on social media? Could he have a friend that he texts with back and forth every now and again? Yeah. I don't think there's anybody that's really significant, but there are other people around him. But there's other people around you too. You know, like that's just how it is. Sometimes people show up because they're significant in somebody's life, but it's not in a sexual way. You know, like I have a friend who I went to high school with. We've been friends since I'm like 15 or 16. I've been friends with him since before I started driving. I don't talk to him every day. I mean, I probably don't really even talk to him on my birthday and on his birthday. And on my birthday, here, this is a birthday example. We've been friends for 100 years. He cannot remember when my birthday is. For the longest time, he thought it was St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. Now he starts on March 1st with happy birthday with a question mark because he knows it's in March. He just can't remember when. And it's become such a joke between us because we've been friends forever. So it's nothing that I get offended about. I actually think it's really funny. And at one point I was like, Mark, St. Patty's Day, where's my happy birthday message? So Mark would come up as being pretty significant in my life. He's somebody who's around me. He's a Leo. He's around me. Even if I don't speak to him every day, he's someone of significance. If I called him right now and said, I need you for something, he would be here in a lightning flash. He would be here 2 seconds. So you can't always, you know, something like that is very broad. And Mark is married, and he's been married for years. And we've always only been friends. There's never been anything more between us. Talia, will Brian give me a gift? Okay. I think so, yeah. You got 2 aces and the 10 of cups. You should be getting a gift. Jasmine is, I own a relationship at the moment. Okay. I do think so. It comes up pretty high, 70%. Edith, general love, spirit work for the next 3 months. Merry Christmas. You got a new offering of love that comes in that brings celebration after a period of feeling very stagnant. Moves forward fast. Let go of the past. Stop crying over spilt milk. I think that the spiritual work may be a little slow for like the next couple of weeks, but I think that moving into like mid-February and into March in the spring, things start to pick up very rapidly. The relationship that comes in is going to be a soulmate relationship. Definitely. You have the Lover's card and you have the Two of Cups. Could be a Gemini with the Lover's card. It could also be an Aquarius with the Star card, or it could just be that this is your wish that comes true. The person that comes in is legit. Say what they mean. They do what they say. And your spiritual work and business and all that stuff starts to pick up from the middle of February into, I'm thinking, well into the spring. Maria, general reading, okay. Worried about a disaster that either recently happened or that may be looming around you. Stop worrying. If something should happen, the Fool here is in reverse. Be careful that you don't do something that you're going to regret later. Think before you act. It may involve an Earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. And then you're going to have some sort of a karmic something happens, or Spirit puts you in the right place at the right time. Something happens that's meant to be. And you're going to pursue through this. You're going to get through this little disaster, whatever it is. And you have a lot of passion around you. Just be careful. You know, sometimes, and I've been guilty of it myself, see something, hear something, somebody tells you something, and then you fly off the handle and do something that you wind up regretting later. Just be careful that before you act, just think. All right, let's go back up to the top. Emna, general. Persevering, taking off the restraints that hold you back, moving forward quickly. Justice is served. You may get a new business or job opportunity in the new year, something that moves you forward quickly and that you make a lot of money at, maybe over a short period of time. You also have a wish here, so put that out into the universe. You're going to get what you want. X subliminals. What does the Aries want me to know about the Leo? Okay. Okay, I think that the Aries wants you to know or believe that the Leo is very self-centered, that they can't be trusted, and that they put themselves first. I think that they're hoping that you're going to walk away from this person quickly and pursue them, or pursue something else that's more suitable for you. I don't think that they care for the Leo, or they're trying to sabotage the Leo. Savannah Ross wants love. Okay. You're prepared. You're prepared in 2020 to move forward. You're no longer crying over the bullshit that's gone on in the past, and you have a wish here. Put that out into the universe. Taking off the restraints, whatever it is that holds you back, is not going to hold you back in 2020. You got happiness coming in. So if it's not working for you here, you move forward quickly with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse with something that does work. I think you got a fire sign around you, Sagittarius, Leo, or an Aries. But anyone that's caused you pain or heartache, you're leaving them in the past and you're moving forward to something that's more meant to be and something that's going to feel right for you. Maria, general reading, love, health, and money. Okay. Health. You got a wish around your health. I think your health is in pretty good shape. It doesn't look like it would hurt if you tightened up the diet and the exercise a little bit in the new year. But overall, your health looks good. Okay. Love. A karmic meeting after you leave a past hurt, betrayal in the past. And you're going to spin the wheel of fortune. You're going to take a chance when this person comes in. Now, as far as money or career is concerned, it looks like that might be a little stagnant. You may not be putting enough of an effort in because the Page of Pentacles is in reverse. So you may want to focus on that. It also looks like there's a delay in finding new work, or more employment, or bettering yourself, which is okay. It'll move eventually. This is like, for right now, things on the career front look like they may be a little bit stagnant. Barbie girl wants love. Okay. You got an air sign coming in, and when this person comes in, you lay down the law with them. You get what you want by setting boundaries with an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. You might be a little bit worried about money, but moving into February, March, April, you're going to start to see a payoff for all the hard work that you put in. You also have some adventure around you, so this air sign may want to do something wild or out of character, and you're going to do it. You're going to have a good time. Somebody that comes in out of the blue, so this air sign may be someone who, like, you haven't met before, or you haven't seen them in 10 years, and out of the blue they show up. There's magic around the situation, so put out into the universe exactly what you want. You're going to get it. Ave Marie, love 2020. I'm single, okay. You got an earth sign coming in who's going to be a whole lot of fun. A Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo, and they may have some money. They may be a business person, has some money. You walk away from anything that doesn't work for you when you meet this person, and you finally feel like your day has come. Life changes in 2020. No longer waiting for your ship to come in. You're moving forward quickly. I think when you meet this person, you're going to have a whole new lease on life. Good. Sunshine. How does the Leo Mannix feel about me, the Capricorn? Okay. He's very attracted to you. For some reason, he comes off as feeling like he may think that you're too good for him or that you wouldn't be into him. I think that he thinks that you're stable, but you have spontaneity. You do the right thing, but you're still a lot of fun. And I think that he feels like you guys have a legit connection. Subliminals. Leo's thoughts on story. And I don't know what that means. I'm just going to do a reading and we'll see what comes up. What does the Leo think about story? undecided, not really happy, and feeling like he doesn't want to take a chance. So I don't know what the story is. I don't know if it was something somebody said to him, but he feels like he's a little hung up. It hung him up, or it's not sitting right with him. He's undecided. He doesn't know how he feels. Chaime Araji, love. You got victory coming in 2020. Could be with an Aries. Could be somebody with a very strong personality that pursues you like nobody ever did before. And they may want to take you on vacation and take you to do some wild and crazy things. The world is at your feet. I think you're going to have a great time. On the other hand, somebody from your past that's caused you big heartbreak is going to come back, and you're going to be prepared to deal with them. You're taking off the restraints, and they may be a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And you're going to deal with them. You're going to let them know that your life is moving on in a new direction and that they can go jump in the lake. Maria, I had an accident at work and I need to know if I'm going to win. My lawyer, Jerry, he's going to help me win the court case. Okay, let's see. Will Maria win the court case? You're going to get a settlement. Yeah, something's coming in here for you. That's going to be a big payout. So whether they settle before it goes to trial or they offer you something, but yeah, you're going to get a payout. Sister Moon, cut off a lot of toxic friends this year. The right thing? Absolutely. Absolutely. Toxicity breeds toxicity. Purity breeds purity. If you want to have negative energy around you, it's going to bring in more negative energy. People that do things that are conniving, manipulating, put their ego first, do things that make their ego feel good, that brings in other people. Like attracts like. If you cut out some of that bullshit and you start bringing in people that are pure and that have better intentions, it attracts more of that. And what they say here is that you become the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So if you spend time with your 5 closest people and they're highly toxic, you're going to become toxic as well. If the 5 people, be careful who you surround yourself, because you become like them. So yes, cutting toxic people out, because and look, anyone can change, but they have to want to change. Like, what kind of games are we playing here? Are we being legitimate? Are we telling people what we want? Are we meeting people halfway? Or are we playing games? And those people that are playing games, it gets very dicey. That sword cuts both ways. I'm pretty good as far as like not seeking revenge and letting things go. But you know what? A bitch has her limit. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? Now it's my turn. And when you get to that point, now you've realized that you've gotten down on their level, but sometimes you have no choice. So Jasmine, why did somebody intentionally place screws under my tires? You see, this is the kind of bullshit that I'm talking about. Why do you want to do that to somebody? I don't care who they are. I don't care if you hate someone's guts. Why do you want to give them a flat tire? I mean, really. Somebody is jealous of you and wants to be a pain in the ass. They're unstable in their own right, and they're feeling the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they're jealous of you. Jealousy is one of the worst emotions that you can have, because it vibrates like very strong. It goes out into the universe strong, and that shit comes back to you strong. Mihak 503, love general, okay. I love it. A lot of people walking away from bullshit that's not working. This is excellent. Walk away from it. You walk away from it, you got new love that comes in. Could be with a water sign, use your intuition, maybe a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. And it looks like you'll be at the right place at the right time to meet this person. You're going to have to make decisions, but you leave in the past betrayal, anxiety, hurt, and you move into temperance, which is balance, patience, compassion, love. You know, sometimes I worked with this girl briefly who, it reminds me, like this situation reminds me of a lot of the people that were dealing here, you know. Yeah, the situation was a little different. She really loved this guy, and he was a drug addict. And she went with him to rehab, and she did everything that she could to help him. He moved in with her. He stole money from her. He stole things from her. He really, and she tried to help him. Finally, she got to a point where she cut him off. And it was really hard because she cared about him and she really did want to be with him. She didn't cut him off. I don't think it was 3 weeks before she met someone new. And when she met this person, she was like, she wasn't really ready to move forward with him because she was still hung up on the other guy, and she felt like she was jumping from one person to the other too fast. Like she hadn't fully healed, but she was aware of all this. It wasn't like she was doing it blind. Like sometimes people do it blind. Like I dated a guy in high school who dated a girl who her ex-boyfriend looked just like him. Just like him, and even their names are very similar. So it was bizarre, but she was aware. This girl was aware of what she was doing. So it wasn't a couple of weeks before she met this new guy. They started hanging out, they clicked. And when they clicked, it was like none of this bullshit where he doesn't call me back and what is he putting up on Facebook and this, that, and the next thing, and he didn't show up. It was like they clicked. They were having dinner together every night. She was staying in his place. They weren't together very long, and she got pregnant. And they have been together ever since. So sometimes you have to cut out what's not working, and then something better shows up. And sometimes you just have to have faith that that's what's going to happen. Sade, when will the Pisces unblock me and reach out? Okay. It's unblocking bullshit and blocking people really makes me nuts. 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, the month of June. The diamonds would be sometime this winter. I'm going to say that at the longest, maybe 6 weeks from now. Priyanka, why G do this behave with me? All right, why is G behaving like this? The victory card is in reverse, which means that he is feeling like the loser here, and the strength card is in reverse, which means he's feeling very weak. So whatever it is that he's doing to you or the way he's trying to treat you, it's coming from a bad place on his part because he's not in a good place and he doesn't know how to deal with his emotions. There's a delay around this with the sun and with the Hierophant in reverse, which means that a delay in happiness and a delay in your connection or reconnection with him. I think it's going to inevitably work itself out. But sometimes, like, some of these people, when I read them, they make me feel like they're little children throwing a temper tantrum. It's like they didn't get their way or they don't think that things are moving the way they want them to, so they act like complete children. Ashley, is Samantha the one for me? Okay. She is one of the ones for you. You know how I feel about that. There are many people that are right for us, not just one person. But you and her do have a good connection. There's a lot of passion and happiness that surrounds the two of you should you get together. Anna. Oh, that's not a question. Divine Goddess Laura, how is Izzy truly feeling about me today? Okay. Undecided. Undecided. He feels like you two have a soulmate connection, but the indecision may be on how to move forward or when to move forward. There is an offering of love that comes in around the two of you and the Ace of Swords, which you know what that means. One of the two of you lays down the law and boundaries. And this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing because people need boundaries. Otherwise, they take advantage. He may be a little undecided, but he knows that you two have a connection. I think he is going to come forward. Oh, thank you. It's this coconut oil I put on my face. Coconut oil is like if you ever saw My Big Fat Greek Wedding and the guy uses Windex for everything, I use coconut oil for everything. But thank you. The baby is due on January 15th, but my blood pressure has been a little bit of an issue. So I'm going today at 12:30 for an appointment, and we'll see what my blood pressure is like. Never had blood pressure issues my whole life, but I've also put on a ton of weight, and I stopped running about 3.5 months ago. And I normally run between 3 and 5 miles every day. So I can understand why my blood pressure is up, but because, there was a little bit of protein in my urine, they may have to take her early, which we're 37 weeks tomorrow, so she's not really early. She's sort of full term anyway. And by the looks of me, everybody thinks that she's really big. So we're not thinking that I'm going to hold out until the 15th. To tell you the truth, I didn't want her to have a holiday birthday like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day because I feel like, then you're always tied to having to go to family and do the Christmas thing. But I'm at the point now where I really want to move on with this. It's my feet look like footballs. And I'm huge, but I'm a small person to begin with. So I think that I look huger than, if I was 5'10", I don't think I would look so big. But I'm ready, Christmas or not. I'm ready. DJ, general, okay. What's going on here for DJ? Somebody comes in out of the blue that could be a Virgo. It may have something to do with work or a work project that you're working on with the Ace of Pentacles. It could bring in some extra money and you're no longer worried about money and there's happiness that surrounds this situation. I think that in 2020, you're going to be working really hard on either a business endeavor or a career thing. I also think that you're going to be, you got two people coming in here out of the blue. You have the Virgo, but you could also have a Taurus that comes in that brings balance back into your life or makes you feel very grounded. And there's going to be a lot of passion in 2020 around you. So it's funny. Have you ever been near someone that just makes you feel calm? My friend that used to go with me all the time to see the card reader that I still see, we used to talk all the time about how sometimes something would be eating us alive, but then when we got into the room with her, we just didn't feel like it was that important anymore. She just has that effect on us. My one friend she always comes to my yoga classes like every day. And she's like, you make me feel like I'm near the ocean. She's like, you just calm me down. And I'm like, well, that's really funny because usually I have such anxiety that I want to jump out of my own skin. But I'm glad that I'm calming for someone else. But she says that like she can always hear me breathing and yeah, that I'm just calming. Who knows? All right, let's go back up to the top. Anna wants a love reading for the rest of the year. Okay, let's see. Victory and a wish come in. An offering of love that brings balance, patience, and compassion back. Pursuing this connection, moving forward into the new year, and then it might slow down and it might get a little static. You make the connection, things are good, things move forward quickly, and then they slow down or they hit a plateau. That's okay. You're going to feel like finally all the work that you put into this relationship is starting to pay off. I can't tell you that it's going to happen before the end of December, but this is what's happening over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to say the next 4 to 6 weeks. Let me just check the time here. Oh, it's 11. Okay. Searching T. How does Chris perceive me? I'm going to sneeze. How does Chris perceive me? Loving, balanced, patient, compassionate, headstrong, a go-getter, and beautiful. So this person thinks very highly of you. Zara, am I going to receive a friendship request from the Taurus or a call with him with an apology? Okay. I think eventually, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I think it's going to take some time. Like it may take a couple of months. It seems like he's really pissed or he really believes that he's right or he's digging his heels in. But freaking Tauruses can be like that. Pain in the ass, especially those that are born on the cusp of Aries, like April 21st, 22nd. Those people can be very tough. Auntie Charlie shipped. Oh, thank you. Now a restaurant or a daycare. Okay. God, I think you would be good at both of them. All right, let's see. Should we open up a restaurant? You got a 70% chance you should open the restaurant with justice and karma on your side. Now let's ask about the daycare. You only got a 33% chance, and it looks like a lot of hard work ahead of you with the daycare. I think that the restaurant may be better for you at this point. They're both tough as far as workloads go. Kids are not easy. I work in a school part-time, and let me tell you something. They push each other. They knock things over. They lie. I think the restaurant's coming up higher for you. Oh, it's 3:30 in England. I've always had a calling to England. I've never been there, but I've always, my dad introduced me to the Beatles when I was like 5, and I was like obsessed with them, and I was obsessed with England. And I always wanted to go, and I almost went at one point. That's a long story. So I was always convinced that there was a part of me that must be English because I felt so connected to it. So I had my DNA done. No English came back. Uh, but my pie chart was like the dumbest pie chart ever. It was like 80% Italian and 20% Jewish. And of the Jewish, it was like European Jewish and Middle Eastern Jewish. And, but I'm still holding out for the England thing because my mom's grandfather, he was born here. And his last name, I can't trace it back to Italy. I can only trace it back to Russia and England. So I think that he may have been the Jewish guy. And I'm still thinking that maybe there is some English in me. I don't know why. I've just always had an obsession with England. Oh, thank you, Emma. Okay, I'll make more videos. I'll make more videos. Once I go out on maternity leave and I have more time, I'll make more videos. Now I'm trying to get the live streams going when I'm in between classes. But once they're not an issue for the time being, I'll be able to do more. Valentina, what is Carlo the Sagittarius hiding? Is he having an affair with his baby mama ex, Valeria the Capricorn? Okay, let's see. Is he having an affair with Valeria? 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. I don't think he's having an affair with her. I think that they could have hooked up a couple of times over the last couple of months or over the last year, but it does show that he's kind of walked away from her with the 8 of Cups. So I'm not sold. You know, just because they have a child together doesn't mean anything. A lot of people have children together and it doesn't mean anything. Cade, would Gabriel or Blake be better for me? Okay. I think they would both be different, but let's see. What's the percentage that Cade and Gabriel should be together in a happy relationship? You got a lot here for Gabriel. You got the Magician, you got the Sun, and you've got the Ace of Wands, Passion. So you and Gabriel come off really high that you should be together or that you would have a successful relationship. Let's ask about the other one. Blake, what's the percentage that Cade and Blake should be together? And that would be in a happy relationship. I think Gabriel, because you got the Tower here, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 5 of Wands. So it looks like there may be more drama with this person and more instability and arguments around Blake. Darlene, Lisa, how does Kay feel about Cheryl? Okay. I think he feels like she may be a little bit out of balance, and she may be very self-sabotaging, and that she cries too much over past shit that she can't do anything about. I think he feels like at one point they may have had a good connection, but the lovers are in reverse, and it's kind of gone. I don't know what the situation is between the two of them right now, but it doesn't look like it's moving forward. So I kind of think that he feels like she needs to take control of her life and get on with things and not sink in the quicksand that she's sort of allowing herself to sink in. And I think he feels like she plays the victim. Malapala, you read I may get married again. Do I know him already, and what's his sign? Is the marriage partner coming in and that we already know? You could already know him. I mean, there are a lot of potential partners for you out there, but there is one earth sign around you that stands out, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. Like, that's the thing. It's hard to nail down exactly who the partner is because the way life works, and I've told this story 100 times about the girl that I worked with. She was married for 10 years to this guy. But before she married him, he had a girlfriend, like a high school girlfriend, and when they broke up, both of these people married other people, and for 10 years, they were not together. After he got divorced, he reconnected with her, and the two of them got married. So, there's a lot of life that can happen between now and the final marriage or the next marriage. But right now, it is showing that there is an earth sign around you that you do know that you could end up marrying. Yeah, free will plays so much into it. And that's the other story that the card reader I go to, she told this young girl, she's like, you're going to get engaged. And the girl got engaged. And then she thought because she got engaged that she could do whatever she wanted. She felt like it was written in stone that she was going to marry this guy. So she started going out and sowing wild oats. And he found out about it and he dumped her. And she came back and she was like, you said I was going to get engaged. And she's like, you got engaged. I didn't tell you to go out and screw the football team. You get caught. I don't know why you would want to do that. I don't know why people that cheat on each other want to get married, but, who am I? All right, Auntie Charlie. Any idea how and if I get whatever wrong with my car fixed? All right, let's see. We're going to get whatever's wrong with the car fixed. You're going to get it fixed, definitely. What's wrong with it? What's it doing? I know a little bit about cars. Be careful who you go to, because let me tell you, there's a lot of real dirtbags out there when it comes to cars, especially if you're not educated about them. Do your research. What's the car doing? Because sometimes if you act like you know a little bit, they won't screw with you. And if you're there when they do the repair, stay there with them when they do the repair to make sure that it gets done. Like if you're sitting and you can see through the window that they're doing something, you gotta trust nobody. And Ukriti, H's feelings for me currently. Happiness, no longer holding himself back, moving forward. He's still a little hung up on the past, so it may take some time. If he's from your past, he comes back. You guys have a spiritual connection and a soulmate connection, and you move forward. Oh, yeah, I am out of breath, but I'm probably going to be on tomorrow, probably in the morning. As long as they don't send me to the hospital today, I'll be on tomorrow. The baby was breached the last time I went for a sonogram, but that was in August. They haven't sent me for another one. I am out of breath, but it's also because I'm a little nasally. I'm a little congested to begin with. Um, Well, sometimes when I hear these stories, I'm like, how do people not feel guilty about the way they've treated somebody else? Like, how could you do something? Like sometimes I'll hear these stories, somebody will tell me what happened, and I'm like, how does the other person live with themselves knowing that they did this? I mean, Brooklyn Miller, Pisces current thoughts and feelings. Okay. They're thinking that you have a connection here that could lead to the happy home. However, they feel like there's choices around them and there could be a third party involved. I don't know if they're seeing somebody else or if they were or if you were, but they may feel like there's a third party interference. Use your intuition with them. Lily Yang wants a general reading. Okay. Somebody comes in out of the blue that could be an Aries. You may be suffering right now from some heartbreak or something in the past that you're not completely over. Be careful that you don't act out without thinking when the Fool is in reverse. There's arguments around you, so you may want to stab at somebody who did something that hurt you. Just make sure that it's what you really want before you go ahead and do it. It looks like life may be out of balance, but coming up over the next few months, you're going to connect with a soulmate relationship and things are going to start to feel a lot more easier, a lot more smoother. Kiss. Can you look for me all the way in the top? I missed the general reading. Okay, general love for Kiss. You're going to take a spin on the Wheel of Fortune. You got a love offer coming in that's going to bring you great happiness. There's an offer in front of you you're not going to be able to refuse, and you're going to be prepared to move forward. I think you got good stuff happening. I think that you may have to let go of the past a little bit to move forward in the near future. It looks like you have a lot of love stuff coming up. Anna, what does Christopher expect out of me? Okay. He expects balance. He expects patience. He expects to be treated with respect, but you do treat him that way. I think that he holds higher standards on how he should be treated and doesn't always look at how he treats others. I think he feels sometimes a little bit unstable or insecure, and he needs like an ego boost. That's not your job. Inevitably, you two have success, and you have a soulmate connection, or you have a union of the souls that comes in. There could be some arguments and bickering that goes on, or some sharp words, because I think that you're more even keeled than he is, and I think that I think he knows that. I think he knows that you have better control over your emotions than he does. Hajar, how does this person see me? I'm in his thoughts. We're separated. Okay, all right, let me see. He is thinking about you. He also thinks the karma is going to bring the two of you back together. And he feels like you guys were once very stable, or you could have been stable. And I think that he blames himself for screwing up the connection. I think that he's going to come in at some point. He's been holding himself back, but he lets go of holding himself back and he does move forward. I think that in 2020, you're going to see him in a whole different light. I think he's going to come forward. I think he almost, like, I want to say that he thinks that you were the best thing that ever happened to him. But he hasn't been able to express that yet. No, I didn't do Wolfie. I didn't see a question for Wolfie yet. Let me see if I can find one. All right, let me do Miriam. Should I switch careers or am I on the right path? All right, are we on the right path? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think you're on the right path. Oh, Wolfie just wants a general Christmas reading. All right, let's see what's going on for Wolfie. You're going to have an offer in front of you that you can't refuse. It could be from a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer water sign. You're going to have fun, adventurous times coming up in 2020. You could be traveling either across water or to water for a vacation. You're going to have some arguments and bickerings, some up and downs coming into the new year, but leave the past in the past. Don't cry over spilt milk. Use your intuition. Your life moves forward. You also have some decisions that you're going to have to make in 2020. And a cause for celebration. Overall, I think 2020 is going to be a good year for you. I think 2020 is going to be a good year for a lot of us. All right. I mean, really heartless. I mean, and they don't think about how somebody else is going to feel, or they do things and they don't think that the other person is ever going to find out. I don't know. Like, we got 6 degrees of separation. You know, if you two people live in the same town and one person screws the other person over in some way, shape, or form, the other person's going to find out. Trust me. Good news travels fast. Oh, yeah, this is my only kid, yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, then I have Dylan. He's like my kid. Cece, what's coming in for me for the next few weeks? Oh, my birthday's March 6th. Balance. The theme over the next couple of weeks is balance and preparation. Preparing yourself, letting go of things that hold you back, moving forward. Preparing yourself for the new year, definitely. I think you got big plans. Ah, another Pisces. Anna. Where is Anna? I don't see Anna's, I see Anna's super chat, but I don't see the question. Maybe she posted it first. Oh, there we go. I had a dream about me messaging Chris's son, but when I looked it up, it was Christopher. What did it mean? I had a dream about me messaging Chris's son. Okay. I think that it means that you're looking to bring balance back into your life and you're looking to make connection with this person. And, it's funny. I have a lot of dreams about communication too, where I'm trying to make a phone call and it just won't go, or I can't dial the numbers, or there's no service. I think it's about trying to make connection with people and reaching out to people and not feeling like the connection is being made. I think that there's probably going to be communication coming up because you had that dream. Stacey, I just did it like a couple of minutes ago, like not that long ago. Lily, I think I did do yours. Let me do this one for L. Should I make a visit to the neurologist? And then I can do moderators. I can do anyone else. If I skipped over you, let me know. Because I have to get going soon, jump in the shower, get to the doctor. Yes, you should go to the neurologist. Oh, loving me, I didn't do. Was my message clear enough for the Libra? Okay. Yeah, they got your point. Those pictures, that's me when I was in high school, and that's Dylan. My dad's an artist. And these were hanging up on my wall, but when I had the place repainted, we haven't put them back up because I had the way I hang things up. I think I had them hung up with put like, what do they call those? Tacks? Push pins? I don't know. SARS. What's the biggest regret on how things went down between us? Okay, let's see. His biggest regret is that he feels very weak right now and he thinks that he could lose you or that he already has lost you and he doesn't know if he can recover from it. He may feel like you've really drawn a conclusion about him and that you think that he's useless. So he's not feeling so positive about the situation on his end. Like, I think that he knows that you deserve better than this, but I think that he may be feeling like you would never take him back. Okay. Any other moderators that have questions? I think I just did one for SARS. I may be on later. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you, Anna. Yeah, it's my first one, so I don't really know what to expect. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Mel, what will the Aries' initial means method of communication be when he chooses to come forward? Okay. Air communication. I think he's going to try to text you. I think it's going to be some kind of a message because I don't think he's going to have the nerve to call you and speak to you on the phone or in person. I think it's going to be some type of a message. But I think you could start doing readings right now, Brandy. Start doing them right now. The way that I started is I started with my friends. And then you know what I've realized? I didn't like doing my friends. I would rather read for people that I don't know anything about their situation so that I'm not tainted by what I know. You may find that for yourself too, but I would start right now. I think that I started with friends and anybody that would give me a chance. And I just kept working with it. And then when I started doing people that I didn't know, the first experience that I ever had with giving somebody a cold reading, I was like, oh man, I don't know what I'm thinking here. I really didn't think I had any talent for it. I was working at this, it was a new company that just opened. It was a great idea this woman had. She opened up, it was a spiritual center, and it had a yoga room, and I was the yoga teacher. And then it had 2 rooms that she called the Zen rooms, where a practitioner could rent them out. So you could learning the meanings of the cards, you could buy books, and then you also go with your intuition. I'll tell you about that next. So what happened was I wanted to be supportive of the place, and they were doing workshops on the weekend, so I would go to the workshops. And they had a woman there who was like a psychic that was old. Like she needed help being walked in. Like she'd been doing psychic readings way, way, way back when psychic readings were totally not acceptable. And there was only me and one other woman there, and she wanted us to read each other. And I was like, oh my God, I can't read this woman. I don't know anything about her. How am I going to do this? So I just literally closed my eyes and said to her exactly what I saw. So I said to her, I said, I see a living room in your house that has like a green and brown shag rug. And I feel an eerie feeling in here. And I see maple leaves. I don't know what that means, but that's what I see. That's what came to my mind. So she started to get choked up, and I was like, holy shit. I this is just what I saw when I shut my eyes. She said that something terrible happened to her daughter in that room, and she felt responsible for it, and that she was hoping that her daughter would forgive her. She told me that the meaning of the maple leaves was that when she got up that morning, she originally put on an outfit and a necklace that had a maple leaf on it, and then she took the necklace off. But ultimately, her and her husband are going to retire to Vermont. So that's where the maple leaves came from. And I was like, holy shit, I literally shut my eyes and that's what I saw, and I went with it. So that's when I started to realize that I liked reading for people that I didn't know much better than people that I did know. If I know your circumstance or your situation personally, I felt it like it was a little bit harder for me because I felt like I was too emotionally involved, which is the same reason why I don't read for myself, because I feel like I can't connect to it the same way I can for somebody that I'm not that close to. So with the card meanings, there are a couple of books that I bought over the years, but then there's also like using your own intuition. Sometimes um, something would come up in a reading and I would be like, this is what the cards say, but I just don't agree with it. I think that this means this more. And then you have to figure out what resonates with you. Like if somebody is telling you that they don't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you, but they show up with an offering of love, marriage, and flowers, and they happen to be the same sign, chances are it's probably another person. It's probably a different person that's coming in. You know what I mean? So you just work with it. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. And you know, you're going to learn like everything else. And nobody is perfect. I'm going to do Sister Moon before I go. Nobody is perfect, but the way you learn anything is by just doing it. There's no right time. Just go for it. Sister Moon, does he have any romantic feelings for me? For me or anyone, okay? He does have feelings. He's got feelings. There's feelings for you. He's got some feelings for that other one too. But he really is all about himself. And he's really about what makes him feel good and who's going to make him feel good at the time being. And the only reason why I think that he was ever with that other person is because it wasn't a lot of hard work. It's easy for him because I don't think she really cares too much about him either. All right, guys. I may be on later. If not, I'll be on tomorrow unless I'm in the hospital or something. But I will. After I leave the doctor, I'll put it up on the community board. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.